are. Any words you'd like to share today?
Hi.
So people are out here trying to make ICE uncomfortable. Why'd you come out here today?
Because I fucking hate ICE. And I'm a musician, so I know how to play bad on purpose. You know.
Definitely a unique way to protest.
Yeah, I love it. You know, sound is the way to the art. You know?
Absolutely. This is the home of the Minneapolis Sound. So artists are out here in solidarity protesting ICE. Again, if you take a look over here, Canopy by Hilton. This is where a lot of ICE agents.
Hey, fuck Donald Trump! That man a pedophile! I'm on the news, man! Donald Trump's a pedophile! Fuck ICE! Fuck the Federal Reserve! Fuck everybody who's trying to instill the New World Order! Free the people, man! Fuck ICE! Fuck Donald Trump! We out here tonight, we gonna make a difference! Yeah.
And so the one thing that I want to center, one thing that this gentleman did not talk about is Renee Good, right? So this has all been ignited by the tragic loss of a 37-year-old mother here in Minneapolis by the hands of ICE. And so people are coming out and saying that they want justice for Renee Good. They want to see the agent who did the shot her held accountable. We're going to go ahead and we're going to walk through here and take a look at the solidarity that we're seeing tonight. As you can see, thousands of people here, a lot of people here with signs, a lot of people here with instruments, people turning their water bottles. I think the whole idea here is to make a lot of noise so that the hotel rooms up there can hear. They're trying to keep it loud so that people in the hotels can hear. Take a look. I don't know what instrument is this. Thank you. A lot of different instruments out here.
I want to say a little more clear. At the end of the day, all the billionaires control the government, and if these people who say they support ICE want to trust the government, why did the FBI release the Epstein files that say that Trump raped a 13-year-old girl and then killed her? And why do the files say that Trump helped dispose of the body of an infant that had been sexually assaulted?
Let me ask you a question also. I know a lot of folks are out here tonight for Renee Good. What does justice look like for her?
We got to get ICE out the city. We got to have a full sweep of this whole government, especially the Minnesota government. We got to get rid of Tim Walz. We got to get rid of Mayor Fry. All these people who are allowing all the corruption in our city got to go. We need to find someone with more grassroots who's not bought and paid for by the government. And by the billionaires, I should really say.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Again, as you can see, we're going to keep walking through a lot of people out here, a lot of different instruments, trumpet, trombone, speakers. And this is really just to make a lot of noise for the people who are in the hotel staying here, to be uncomfortable. You want to take a look here into the crowd, all the different kinds. At this point, I would say there's probably about 1,000 people out here now. And this rally, this protest comes just hours after a much quieter vigil that was held at the chapel. The vigil earlier had about 100 members of the clergy that spoke on the lawn of the Capitol. They were demanding unity. Here, they're demanding accountability. We have a gentleman here. Would you like to say a few words?
Fuck ICE. That's it.
What brings you out here? I understand your sentiments towards ICE, but it's Friday night. It's cold. Why come out here and express your
It's more than that. It's cold. And someone got murdered. Like, how you getting shot in the face? Being a U.S. citizen? Because it's cold, it's a Friday night. I mean, I think this is more than that.
Can you talk about how or why this might hit so for you as well?
I mean, my parents were immigrants. All they wanted for me was to study and make a better life for myself. And to say that immigrants, all immigrants are criminals, It's just not. That's not right. That's not right.
From the Twin Cities area?
Yeah, I moved to the city I'm from New York.
So were you here in 2020 when George Floyd was murdered?
No, I mean, that was what I feel like that was all over the place. I remember that in New York. I remember that.
Do you feel like there's parallels between that, the movement, the amount of people that we saw in the street for that injustice and this injustice?
I don't think it serves anyone justice to compare the two. Yeah. I don't see why there should be like any comparison to that. Just to be what's going on.
Any final words you'd like to leave with tonight?
For who? Fighting for what you believe in. I know it feels like nothing's changing, but I think the change will come. Thank you.
So again, if you're just joining us, we're here in downtown Minneapolis, outside of the Canopy Hilton Hotel. I will say it's a little icy. Hundreds of people are down here. We're going to try to work our way through the crowd here. But that's really the purpose. It is extremely noisy. When you get into the center of that protest, I mean, you can't even really hear yourself think. So we've been here now for about 30 to 45 minutes. Started the live stream maybe a little bit after that, but kind of wanted to step out a little bit. A little overwhelming, but that's the point of this protest. Thousands have come out over the last few days demanding justice for Renee Williams, who was fatally shot by a police in Minneapolis. What we're seeing tonight is a demonstration by hundreds of people. They're bringing out instruments, whether it's drums, whether it's trombones, whether it's guitars, anything. You see people banging on their water bottles, whistling their whistles, and yelling, shouting, because they're trying to make sure that the agents who are staying at this hotel can hear them. They want to, they say, disrupt the peace that those agents are trying to have in this hotel. When I arrived on the scene, walking in, and so I do believe that the reports of agents in here are accurate. From our count, from our estimation, I'd probably say that this crowd right here started out as about a few hundred people. There's probably about 1,000 out here right now. We'll head back in. Some people are a little skeptical to talk. There's been a lot of information out on the internet. Not sure if it's true or not, but that there's different lists that are being created, so a lot of people are working that. A lot of people are wanting to disclose their identity. Coming out here today to take a stand for what it is and to take a stand. So we'll see if we can find anybody else who would like to share their words and thoughts. We're doing our best with the audio here this evening, but because this is a noise protest, it is a little difficult to interview. A lot of people are not wanting to speak out So lots of folks reluctant to talk this evening. So not a talkative crowd this evening, but as you can see, a massive crowd. If you take a look here, you can see that we're standing right in front of the Canopy Hilton Hotel. Well over 1,000 people now have descended here on this intersection downtown. If you to some of the signs, you can see, the different viewpoints that folks are here representing. A lot of individuals who we've talked to throughout the day have expressed a variety of emotions. We've heard people who are saying that they're sad, they're mourning. We've heard people say that they're upset, that a 37-year-old mother was fatally shot, that she's no longer there with her children. And we've heard other people who have just really been outraged at the response by local and federal officials. Others who are feeling hopeful that the Attorney General has stepped up and are now collecting evidence to do their own investigation. We do have some information about that listed on our social media channel website. I wanted to take a moment also to give a huge thank you to SPEAK MPLS who has helped with our technical infrastructure. Our live stream tonight is powered by SPEAK Press. They're an amazing organization, video publication workers here in Minneapolis. Go follow them, support them as well. Again tonight, this crowd, their whole objective is to make a lot of noise. We've seen the thousands of views, the different videos that have gone viral this week, these moments of escalation between protesters and agents. But the majority of the protests that I have been on this one. Well, yes, it's noisy. It's still, and it's right, it's peaceful. I haven't seen any active violence. I haven't seen any destruction of property or anything like that. But when people are wanting to hold the line and make sure that the agent fatally shot was. So I see you're a veteran. Would you like to interview? What brings you out here tonight?
I'm out here to support the community, tell ICE and DHS and Trump and Chrissy Nome that they don't belong here, that we don't need them, they do not keep us safe, that we keep us safe, and we've been doing it for years, and we can do this without them, and we need to get them under.
Okay. So I see on your hat it says U.S. Air Force veteran. Tell us about your service.
Yes, I served 8 years in the Air Force. Before that, I actually worked in a police department, so I know a thing or two, I think, about use of force, and what we saw on Wednesday was absolutely a lack of any real justification. They murdered someone here in our community. They murdered Renee Good, who was just trying to help keep her community safe, keep her neighbors safe, and it's absolutely unacceptable. And the fact that they are now trying to bury that investigation and not work with our investigators here is absolutely absurd. To call her a domestic terrorist when what we saw was the domestic terrorists are the ones who are keeping their faces covered and out here kidnapping our neighbors and our friends. They're the terrorists who are coming in and disrupting and causing chaos and harm in our communities. It needs to stop, and everyone in America needs to be standing up against this, because that is the most patriotic thing that you can do, right? And that's what I'm, as a veteran, doing, with so many of our veterans that are out here doing. I actually work with a group called Common Defense, helping do that work of creating community and creating spaces for veterans to organize. And we're proud to be out here supporting our actual communities and supporting our neighbors and keeping them safe.
Some would say that it's a bold move for veterans to come out and take a stand to DHS. What are you hearing amongst your veteran community? What are other veterans saying about what they're seeing in terms of the use of force being deployed by the federal government on U.S. citizens?
I think for myself and for so many veterans like me, it's common sense to be out here supporting our neighbors. It's not bold. Excuse me, sorry, there's a lot of yelling. It's not bold to do this. It's exactly what we signed up to do when we raised our right hands, right? We signed up to serve our communities and to serve our country. And right now we have an authoritarian in the White House who is trying to use fear and violence to attack our communities and to keep us in, to scare us from actually exercising our free speech and exercising our rights. It is the most patriotic, the most American thing to do, to fight and stand up for your neighbors and say that something is unjust and wrong when it clearly is.
Governor Tim Walz has authorized the National Guard. What do you think it's going to look like in Minneapolis if the National Guard is actually deployed?
I would say we don't need the National Guard, first and foremost, but I understand his concern. But what it looks like is going to look the same. We're still going to be out here no matter who is trying to curtail our exercise of free speech. We're still going to be out here standing up for our neighbors, fighting back against unjust occupations, whether it's ICE or the National Guard. We will be out here fighting back against injustice and proud to do it, and we'll keep doing it. So it's going to look the same, whether National Guard is here trying to keep us from doing that, or whether it's DHS or ICE out here trying to keep us from doing that. No matter what, we're going to stand up for our neighbors because that's the Minnesota thing to do. It's the patriotic thing to do. It's the American thing to do.
I appreciate your time this evening. My last question for you, what does justice for Renee Good look like to you?
Justice for Renee Good looks like prosecuting killer ICE agents, getting them out of our cities, out of our communities permanently. It means abolishing ICE because it shouldn't exist in the first place. We don't need agencies to terrorize Black and brown people. And so it looks like, now I got to change. And so it looks like that. It looks like making sure that her killer, her murderer is brought to justice, and that everyone who enabled that violence is brought to justice. It means impeaching Kristi Noem. It means impeaching Donald Trump a third time if necessary and getting him out of office, because this is not how you run a country. And he's failing at governing here, trying to go get oil for his billionaire buddies elsewhere. So it looks like bringing them all to justice. It looks like getting ICE out of Minnesota and out of all of our communities across the country, and ending unjust occupations like this.
Thank you for your time tonight. We're going to direct you over here. Things quieted down, and so it looks like there is a speaker.
Donate money doesn't.
Lots of chanting happening right now. So it seemed like somebody was trying to give a speech, but it's extremely difficult to listen just because this is a noise protest. So we're going to sneak in here. We've got Cortez out here. Cortez, how's it going? We're live right now. Tell us what justice for Renee Good looks like to you.
The community coming together. Justice looks like bringing her back, but she ain't gonna be able to come back. Justice is her being here with her family and her kids, but she ain't gonna be able to do that. So we must push for legislative changes and accountability. We must get the officer, the ICE agent, I should say, apprehended and charged. He shouldn't be out here continuing the ICE raid. And right now, what we're seeing is a beautiful thing. Having all races and nationalities all together. This is what Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. was talking about with the Rainbow Push Coalition. We need to go ahead and unite and come at the front to the government. Because the government, without the people, the government ain't nothing.
Absolutely. You know, what I'll say is very unique tactics for protesting that we're witnessing tonight. We got people out here dressed up in costumes, Pikachu, sharks. We got an array of different instruments right here at the home of the Minneapolis Sound, right? So even artists playing the guitar, playing the drums, coming out here with their trombones, their trumpets, in an act of protest. Tell us from being an activist and the organizer that's been out here for several different occupations, several different demonstrations. Is this unique in terms of what you've seen in other protests here in Minneapolis?
It's definitely unique. It's definitely unique. It's helping. It's helping. They ain't gonna get no sleep tonight. Not on our watch. Not on the people's watch. Minnesota will not stand for the bigotry and the foolishness and the BS. No more. No longer. Not another name. We don't want to have to say another name. It's not right.
And speaking of saying names, I want to give some time and space for you to say your son's name. For those who are watching who are unfamiliar about why you continue to show up, just share with the people a bit about your son and why you continue to advocate for justice.
Okay, my son Jamari Tufe Rice was 15 years old when he was murdered at high school, at SPEAK High School. It was his second day at the high school, actually. There were two adults that walked in the building. Presumably, they used to go to the school. My son didn't know these boys at all. And the system effed us over in sense. One of the dudes only got 2 years. He's out right now, a murderer that brought the gun. And the other guy got about 12 more years left. And that ain't right. They should have been getting life for murdering a 15-year-old who's trying to simply live as a kid. He was only going to this school to keep up his grades because he was playing football for Richfield High School. And scouts was looking at him. So I told him to keep up his grades. And, at that time, I was protesting the judge for the Virginia Tim Potter trial. So they actually locked me up. I wasn't even able to be there. The judge tried to keep me from going to my son's funeral. Gave me a 4-hour time limit to even spend time on my son, and I had to go back to jail. So I must continue to be vigilant and continue to keep his name and life and legacy alive, and continue to stand in solidarity with other families who've been impacted by gun violence, police brutality, or racism. It's all wrapped up in one.
My condolences to you. I hope seeking justice is personal to you. Any final words that you'd like to leave people with tonight?
Hey, again, let's live the dream of Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. and create the Rainbow Coalition. We got every race out here in Minnesota. It doesn't hurt and it won't hurt us to unite against this front that we have of a government. And of course, ICE agents, they need to come.
Waterway TV is a news platform. How long have you had your platform for?
Like 7 years.
Okay, so it's not new. It's just new to me. I'm sorry. So Waterway TV, the platform out here in Minneapolis. For people who are not familiar, share a little bit about your platform and then why you decided about this.
Yeah, our main focus is on the entertainment scene, mainly music in Minnesota. We have ventured into like a lot of the politics stuff that's going on, especially with the uprising and the George Floyd riots. It's kind of how we kicked off kind of our political coverage, doing live streams and keeping people up to date on what was growing that started in our backyards in Minneapolis. Why we're out here today is that exactly. We can use our platform to spread raw live coverage. We're live right now, updates on Instagram, just kind of spreading the news and showing people what's happening in our backyards.
Absolutely. Does this moment feel familiar? I know a lot of people have talked about this energy, this type of movement and momentum. Would you describe it that way as well, or do you think
Yeah, it's a lot different energy out here. I'd say it's a lot more peaceful, and people are kind of coming together more. I guess there was a lot of people coming together back in 2020 during the riots, but there's no windows being broken, cars being burnt down, buildings being looted. I hope, we don't get to that point. Hopefully stuff can turn better quicker than it did before. But I'd say that's just the main difference. But the city has still come together to, protest something that a lot of people believe in that is right.
your platform, Water Wave TV, you said represents entertainment and music. We're here at the home of the Minneapolis sound. And that's exactly what people are using tonight to protest is sound. Talk about that. It's different. It's unique. I haven't really seen that as a strategy. But if there are ICE agents that are staying here, it does seem like it is a successful tactic to sustain a peaceful protest.
Yeah, I guess if you're trying to sleep in there right now, it's probably not going to work very well. But yeah, bringing the music scene out here tonight, I guess. There's people with the drums. There's people with, I don't know, little music groups going. People got this music playing. It'd be kind of cool to see like Prof on a stage or something out here performing and crowd surfing or something with all the noise. That'd be kind of cool. Or, you know, any artist, really. I just think of him because he's, you know, used to the big crowds and whatnot. But maybe for next time, that's a good idea to like think of like a concert outside of a hotel like this, and we're just extra loud and turn everything up as much as we can.
Absolutely. Any final words or thoughts that you'd like to share as we sit here and look at least 1,000 people, if not more, folks who are out here demanding justice for Renee Good?
Yeah, I'd like to say fuck ICE, get out of Minneapolis and out of the United States. You're taking a lot of good families, separating a lot of families. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't stand for it. That's also why we're out here, is because I truly believe in this. Whether if the cameras were on or off, I would still want to be out here and pushing the motion and doing what I can to help. But yeah, fuck ICE, get out of the United States, get out of Minneapolis. Whatever it's got to do, call them off, go home, go do something else.
And where can people find your channel?
Waterwave TV, at Waterwave TV, on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok are our biggest. We also have a clothing store in Minneapolis called Waterwave TV. Just look it up on Google, you'll find it.
Thank you so much for your time tonight. If you guys are just joining, I'm going to go ahead and have you direct the camera this way so folks can see. I think there's some space for you to move there. You can see well over 1,000 people here, maybe pushing into 2,000 at this point. Well, it looks like people are starting to march. Okay. It looks like the crowd is becoming mobile. Folks are beginning to march towards Washington Avenue South in downtown Minneapolis. right, if you guys are just joining us, we are live in Minneapolis, where fireworks are now going off outside of a hotel where ICE is staying. Lots of people out here with their instruments. We are here downtown Minneapolis, as you can see. At this point, probably about 2,000 people who are out here this evening protesting. It started out just a few hundred people, and it has quickly grown. Again, folks are out here tonight demanding justice for Renee Good, the 37-year-old Minneapolis mother who was fatally shot by ICE this week on 33rd and Portland Avenue. So we're out here. What's your name?
Heaven.
What made you come out here and protest tonight?
Because honestly, it's sad. These are members of our community, and that woman was rightfully shot at all. She was a mom of 3. She was very innocent, and these ICE agents out here, it's getting really ridiculous. People are getting harmed. People are getting shot. Like, it's unfair. It's not right. And stuff like this, we're being nonviolent, and even they see stuff like this as threats. And we're trying to prove that this is not it. This is not us. Minneapolis is a safe place for immigrants, for everybody alike. There's no single one of us out here. We're all united and we're all together. That's what this is about. We're all supposed to be together. We're all supposed to fit together. And we're all supposed to support each other. We're all supporting what's fucking right, and that's what's right. It's being here for each other.
Any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
You said, huh?
Any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
Please support what's right. Please do what's right. And if you can, please protest for what's right, because there's some people out here who really can't. There's people out here who can't help themselves, and that's what we need to do. We need to help each other. We need to be there for each other, for real.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
So again, as you can see, this protest is now gone mobile. People are moving down Washington in downtown Minneapolis. We're kind of in the center of it at this point. I would say there's probably about 1,000 people in front of us and 1,000 people behind us, people of all backgrounds, people of all ages. We talked to a veteran earlier today who said he did not agree with the way in which DHS was treating citizens. We'll try to talk to a few other people out here as well. Would you like to do an interview? No. Quite a few folks have declined doing interviews. A lot of people are concerned about their safety. As you can see over here, people in traffic are beeping in solidarity. Holding up traffic on the other side of Washington Avenue. Tell us what your name is and why you decided to come out here.
My name is Mike Griffith. I've been in Minneapolis for about 20 years. This is about the multiple protests I've been in. We need ICE out of our city, and we need the ICE agent that killed Renee Good to be charged, indicted today. What are we waiting for? We've seen the video. Charge him and indict him now. This is only going to get bigger and bigger. Only going to get bigger and bigger.
Anything else you'd like to share?
We need to be charging this officer who killed Renee Good today. If not, these protests will continue.
And actually, if we can, you want to walk and talk?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I think he'll stay in front of us here. So are you from Minnesota?
I've lived here for 20 years. I came here for college, and I'm still here for the past 20 years I've been here.
And can you share with us, how does this moment compare to what we experienced here in Minneapolis back in 2020?
This is a little bit different. That was a racial incident that happened, but the movement is still the same. We need to hold officers accountable for what they do. And if we can't hold them accountable, I'm not sure what we can do. It is imperative that people who shoot and kill people in Minneapolis, they get charged. They get charged in Minneapolis. We expect it to happen. And this will keep happening. This is going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And we employ our representatives that are elected to charge this man today, to make sure he gets charged.
Absolutely. And any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
We're peacefully protesting today. We want to make sure that folks get out and join this movement to make sure this officer gets charged. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As you can hear from a 20-year resident here in Minnesota saying that this crowd is only going to get bigger and bigger if that officer, if that agent is not charged, the one who fatally shot Renee Good. So we're going to get off the meeting here. I know it got really icy. It's a little challenging to hold the camera and march, but a group here now, I would say about the size of 2,000, if not more, that is heading down Washington Avenue, right in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. This protest started outside of the Canopy Hotel, where there were reports that ICE agents had been staying. And so it was a noise protest, lots of people playing instruments, just really trying to make a lot of noise to disrupt what was happening there. Folks there trying to rest. Would you like to do an interview? So we're here with another protester. Tell us why you're out here this evening.
Today we're out here, we're marching with the people in unity and solidarity for the life that was taken, a mother. So I'm a Dakota out here, so I just don't agree with any of that. I just gotta say fuck ICE.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I love you guys, and just come out and join everybody, and just thank you for everything that you guys are doing for us. Thank you.
Thank you. So tell us why you decided to come out here today.
Because I already been wanting to come out, but I've been at work. But I finally got to come because I took some time off because they took my dad last night. So I got to take some time off. So now I'm able to come out here and do this, and I'm really happy about that.
So to clarify, when you say they took your dad, you're referring to ICE?
Yes.
Do you have any updates or any details about what's going on with his case?
No, they're making it really hard for us to be able to track him. and he's sick. So he needs his medication, and they're making it so hard for us to get a hold of him to get his medication. But last I heard is maybe Texas. I'm not sure. So we're still looking at the moment.
And so seeing that immigration, ICE enforcement has hit your family personally, what do you want people to know about what this administration is doing and how they're going about deporting and detaining people?
This is breaking families apart. It's crushing children. I'm over 18 now, so I'll be good. But I have nieces, nephews who are crushed over this, and they don't know what to do. There's families that, I work in a domestic violence shelter. There's families that are going back to their abusers because they don't know what to do after. How they can't get jobs, they can't get childcare. So this is messing up a lot of things. It's causing a lot of trauma. And it's gonna be impactful for the rest of maybe the next 20, 30 years. So I hope they know that. I don't know. It's just hard, honestly.
And when it comes to Renee Good, what does justice for Renee Good look like to you?
The person who did that needs to be prosecuted. Nobody's ever said that it's okay to execute someone on the streets, regardless of your title. And last I know is everybody has to have an investigation. Was it self-defense? Was it not? It clearly wasn't. So it needs to be took into court so people know what's the right thing to do. And the people need to have justice. She needs to have justice. That's what we're out here for, so she can get justice.
Any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
So a young woman there saying that her family has personally been affected by immigration. Her father, she said, has been detained by ICE, and her family has struggled to get any information about him since he's been arrested. Now, if you take a look here, we're still probably about in the middle of this protest. It seems like things have grown quite a bit. People are still marching down Washington Avenue. We're here in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. Again, this protest started at Canopy Hotel tonight, where there have been reports of ICE agents staying. You can see here people cheering, chanting, rallying, lots of signs, lots of instruments. There's been demonstrations and protests and vigils all day, all week since Renee Good was shot and killed here in Minneapolis. It looks like this march is now turning down 3rd Avenue. The march has now crossed over into all of the lanes here, stopping traffic going either way down 3rd. We're right in front of the Paul Wellstone Federal Building. And so it looks like this is where the protest was meant to end. You can see here we're at the Federal Building now in downtown Minneapolis. You want to go up on the steps? Go up on the steps and get a... And while it seems like folks were directing their attention here to the federal building, potentially they were coming here to protest this other hotel. There's also a hotel right here.
Why are they raiding the hotel? Well, why are they like, what? Oh, okay. Really? Okay.
So as you guys can see here, at first we were thinking that the march was coming this way because of the federal building here, but apparently it looks like there may have been reports of ICE agents staying at this hotel as well. This is another hotel here in downtown Minneapolis. And so as you can see, as I had mentioned, while we were marching over here from the Canopy, the other hotel where this protest started, that the size of the crowd has grown and grown, probably swelling now to this point, I would say at least about 2,000 people here in protest of ICE, demanding justice for Renee Good, demanding that the agent who shot and killed her this week on 34th and Portland, that he is arrested, charged, and prosecuted. We do know statements were made today from both city and state officials. I would say some of the most significant statements that were made were from the Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty, as well as the Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, both saying that they're opening up an evidence portal for the public to submit videos, to submit photos, to submit any evidence that they might be able to use in their investigation of determining what happened in this case and if they'll be able to bring forth charges. I want to underscore one statement that Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty said. She said, "We do have jurisdiction," implying that if they get the evidence, that they will be securing charges against the federal agent who killed Renee Good. You know, and I would say that the context of why people are here, this is coming after months of arrests of both people who are undocumented and as well as U.S. citizens here. Just in the last few months, we saw the arrest of a Somali man who was a U.S. citizen. We saw the arrest of Susan Tincher, who was a U.S. citizen. And so I think people tonight are saying enough is enough, that the federal government is overreaching in their power and their authority against U.S. citizens, that they are skipping due process, even for those who might be undocumented. And so as you can see here, the crowd continuing to use their instruments, continuing to make sounds, continuing to disrupt anyone who might be staying at this hotel, trying to get a peaceful night of rest.
Georgia?
So we have a gentleman here who is out here this evening. Tell us why you decided to come out tonight.
I just came out to support the community. ICE is down here just doing whatever they want. They don't have immunity, like the vice president said, and just to be with the people. What they're doing is not right. What happened to Renee was wrong. What happened to all the people that are disappearing is wrong. Tearing families apart, tearing communities apart, killing people in detention centers. So just to show them that this is not okay.
Absolutely. I see you're rocking the Vikings beanie. So are you a true Minnesotan?
I am. Not too proud of this one, so I'll throw this one out here. But yeah, I'm a big Wolves fan, all of them. Yeah.
Well, I asked the question because a lot of people have been drawing the comparison to what we saw in 2020 in terms of people out in the street demanding justice. Do you feel like there's a familiar feeling in the air here tonight, or do you feel like it's different?
No, I think it's the same. And I don't think it ever left. A lot of Republicans have been trying to paint this like it's a dangerous city, but this is how our community shows up for each other. And we've been doing that since before George Floyd, and we're going to do it tonight.
Absolutely. I've been seeing a lot of instruments. I've counted at least 12 different instruments out there. Have you ever been to a protest that used sound in this way to disrupt and peacefully protest?
No, but I think it's great. You know, there's soul in this city. It's a musical city. And I think it's something that they like to weaponize the things they woke, but I think literally tonight they can hear that. So we're loud, we're proud, and we're not going anywhere.
Absolutely. Is there any concerns that you have living here, being from here, and seeing that Governor Tim Walz has authorized the National Guard? Do you have any concerns that things may escalate beyond like this peaceful protest that we're at tonight?
Yeah, I mean, with like any law enforcement agency, we don't trust them, and we have good reason not to. So bringing more of them in isn't going to make anybody in this community feel comfortable. What happened 4 years ago, what's happened around the country. So I hope it doesn't get to that, and I hope that they just kind of stay sidelined and stay ready. But obviously that's scary because of what's happened in the city before.
Absolutely. And I mean, we've seen different judges file or, deny different claims in lawsuits that have been filed against this administration to try to suppress their tactics. What gives you hope that democracy will not be killed under this administration? What gives you hope that in 2028 we will have a fair election?
Man, I hope for it. I'm not convinced based on what I've seen and what's coming out of this administration. But I also think, like people are showing up here for tonight. People are not just going to stand by and just see their rights taken away from them. It's not going to go easy. So if they want to come get them, they're going to have to earn that. But I do hope that the other side wakes up, and letters and statements and all that stuff is not enough. Performative gestures are not enough. They got to get some of the old guard out of there that are getting out some of the new ideas, and let some new people get in who are actually going to fight for us.
Any final thoughts you'd like to leave people with tonight?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Any final thoughts you'd like to leave people with tonight?
No, I'm just happy to be on. I think journalists like you are really keeping people informed, especially when there's people out here just performing narratives and saying whatever. So I just like to thank you for keeping everybody informed and saying the truth.
I appreciate that. There was a special somebody on YouTube who made independent journalists look real bad a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I won't say no names.
I wouldn't call him a journalist, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Thank you so much. You have a good night. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As you can see now, these protesters are now making their way down 3rd Avenue. It looks like they are circling back around, back to the Canopy. I was not able to catch the name of this hotel that's right here. But to our producer, I will say, the signal I had connected with you died. So just a heads up on that. But federal building. Yep, you can do an interview. Why did you decide to come out here tonight?
We came to show my people who's being wrongfully accused to keep their passports on them, you feel me? I want people to stay safe. I feel like what they're doing is wrong. Like, it's not okay. That's not humanly possible. That's not what you do to a human being, you feel me? Especially what happened the other day, like the tragedy that happened to the lady and stuff like that, you feel me?
Tell us how that makes you feel that you have to carry that around with you.
I feel like that's messed up totally, because not only do I have to carry it, I'm Somalian, so my whole family got to carry it. My grandma don't even want to go outside because she don't feel safe, you feel me? So we all just keep this on us. My mom's scared. We don't really know what's going on, but I feel like it's wrong for Trump to go to a certain group and a certain minority and just like try to get them out the situation and stuff like that. It's not okay.
And so when you talk about Trump and your community, the Somali community, how did it feel a few weeks ago when you heard him during a press conference say that Somali people are garbage?
I mean, that's messed up. I wouldn't say that to any race, you feel me? I judge people individually and what they do, who they are as a human, not just as a minority, not just as a race, you feel me? That's messed up. I don't know why he's the president right now. He was just fighting a case, was it a loss, something with the law and stuff like that. But yeah, that's totally messed up. I don't know why we even let that happen, especially us as a country. We should actually stand up together as a unit and be one.
Absolutely. And what do you think justice looks like for Renee Good?
I feel like justice looks like apprehending the people and the ICE agents who have caused that, and reassuring her family, helping her family be at a better place, even though that's not gonna totally cover everything. I feel like the ICE agents who have caused that should be held accountable.
Absolutely. Any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
I just want to tell people, stay safe, you feel me? To all my people, stay safe. Keep y'all passports on y'all, you feel me? Keep y'all identity on y'all. Get the real ID. Do everything you do do everything you can do to stay safe.
Thank you so much for your time tonight, man. And that's sad, man. I'm sorry that you got to carry that around. But I appreciate you for using your voice. We are supposed to be protected under the First Amendment, right? There's been a lot of people tonight who did not want to talk because they're scared. And so I just thank you for your courage tonight and for speaking your truth.
Thank you for giving me the spot to even speak up and say anything like that, you feel me? Thank you very much.
So as you can see here, we have the guitarist player that I was telling you about. So this was the guitarist. We have neighbors who are watching, a baby who's waving. Several different musicians out here. All right, so we're out here with a protester. Tell us why you decided to come out tonight.
I decided to come out because I need to represent my people, because we all need to stand up and fight for what's right.
Absolutely. This week in Minneapolis, we saw a 37-year-old mother who was shot and killed by a federal agent during an ICE operation. What were your thoughts on that?
Hey, they're killing innocent people. She was trying to stand up for what's right, and they killed her. They need to follow with legal action against that, because that's not right. We need to stand up and we need to defend our people, and we need to protest for what's right.
Now, would I be wrong to assume that you're a Latino man?
I am a Latino man.
Tell us how you feel about the increased ICE enforcement in your community that's been happening several months leading up to this moment.
I'm going to have to say one thing, and I want to say it loud. Fuck ICE, and fuck what they stand for, and fuck Trump.
Any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
What was that?
Any final words you'd like to leave people with tonight?
Hey, stay safe out there, and keep riding, keep peaceful protests, and stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. So several people from immigrant communities speaking out, saying that the moments that led up to this, the increased enforcement, arrests, deportations that have been happening has only escalated. And Renee Good was the tipping point here. getting a little congested here. It's a little icy. So this protest is now headed down one of the side streets. It looks like 2nd Street, headed back towards Canopy. Still hundreds of people. You can see people up there in their windows waving, people applauding. And so for context, if you guys kind of want to know the general area, we are Classics Kitchen and Cocktails, a pretty well-known Black-owned restaurant here in Minneapolis. This is now where the protest, the march now has come to at this point on 2nd Street. And it looks like folks are stopping at, I guess, yet another hotel. Thank you. Sure. Walk and talk with us. Tell us why you decided to come out here.
Because my families are immigrants and we don't like ICE. You know, I want to tell them get the fuck out of here. All right.
So tell me what it's like to be here in Minnesota. Like you said, your family is immigrants. Over the last few months, as we've seen the increase in ICE immigration enforcement across the Twin Cities?
It's very scary, seeing our own people get taken. I don't like to see it. I think we should all stay here as one, as of all.
Absolutely. And would I be wrong to assume we're just going to walk around and walk to the protest? Would I be wrong to assume that you're from the Somali community?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, I was just going to ask what your thoughts were about Trump saying that the Somali community is garbage. Maybe you still have thoughts on that, even if that's not the community that you represent.
I don't think the Somali community is garbage at all. I think we're all peaceful. I don't know why he even thinks that of us. You know what I mean?
What do you think are some solutions for America to be united at such a divisive time?
I think we should all be united as together, treat everyone the same as everyone.
Tell us where you were when you found